Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Caitlin, and in this video, we'll be talking a little bit about some common Pure Barre terminology that you'll hear throughout our Go workouts to help you make sure you know what the words mean so that you can really get the most out of every workout you do with us. So one huge term you're going to hear all the time from our Go instructors is heavy tailbone. So what does this mean? In every position that we set you up into, we'll ask you to find a heavy tailbone. So from the side, and maybe you stand up and try this at home, bring your feet hip width apart, just have a soft bend in your knees, and let your back sort of arch out, let your abs go. When we tell you to find a heavy tailbone, you'll want to contract through your abs, roll your hips under, tucking them slightly so your hip bones and rib cage are becoming a little more neutral here, flattening out your spine, tailbone pointing straight down to the floor. Your core is engaged, your posture's tall, you have this neutral spine. That's the heavy tailbone. We work all of our positioning from this neutral, heavy tailbone spine, and that brings us awareness to our core throughout the entire workout. Another term that you hear at Pure Barre all the time is tuck. Tuck the hips under, or tuck to tempo, tuck to the beat. So we can look at this again from the heavy tailbone, and the tuck is really just a movement that's happening from your heavy tailbone position. So a lot of times it's happening on beat to the music. We'll say tuck and tuck, so you roll your hips under, roll your hips under. With every little roll under, it's almost like a little lower body crunch where your abs are contracting a little bit tighter, and whatever target area, maybe you're working the thighs as you tuck your hips, core is staying engaged, and then we're working in deeply into the thigh muscles. So another term you're going to hear a lot might be pulse. So pulse is an action, a movement that we're doing from any position. So let's just say we're here with our support, light grip, feet are hip width, you're on your tippy toes. We have our nice heavy tailbone, long posture, and the teacher might tell you to pulse. So pulse in Pure Barre is really small. It's just a small bend of the knees, and we think going down and up. And we'll often do this on beat to the music. Similarly, you might hear down an inch, up an inch, and that's going to look like this: down an inch, up an inch. While we're holding in these positions and moving really small and in targeted, precise ways, your teacher will tell you down an inch, up an inch, just to remind you to focus in on holding this perfect posture with the heavy tailbone and really small movements so we can target and isolate, in this example, the thighs. So those are just a few terms you might hear throughout the workouts. The more you do them, the more you'll become familiar with them, and have some fun.